You know, it's pretty common for good people to get a raw deal. Why? Because they let it happen. Seriously, there are 5 things people do that slowly mess up your life, and most of us just put up with them daily from our family, friends, basically everyone. That's a huge mistake. Today, I'm going to tell you what these things are and how to put a stop to them for good. A few years ago, someone I cared about treated me terribly. They lied, ignored me, and made me feel small. And what did I do? Nothing. I just took it, figuring that's what good people do. They just accept things, forgive, and keep quiet. Boy, was I wrong. Then one day, something clicked. I learned 5 simple rules, 5 behaviors I decided I'd never accept again from anyone. Not my family, not my friends, not my boss, nobody. And guess what? My whole life got better. People started treating me with respect. The wrong people left and the right ones stuck around. Everything changed. Today, I'm going to share these 5 behaviors with you, the ones you should never put up with, not even once. I'll start with the one people tend to ignore the most and go all the way to the worst one. I promise you, by the end of this, you'll see your relationships in a totally different way. But first, here's something important to remember. Being kind doesn't mean being weak. Being loving doesn't mean you have to accept everything. You can be a good person and still say no. You can be nice and still have boundaries. The people who treat you badly do it because you allow them to. I know that sounds tough, but it's true. Once you get these 5 rules, once you start looking out for yourself, everything gets better. I've tried these rules for years. I've shared them with friends. I've watched families get stronger, relationships get healthier, and people become happier. So pay close attention, because what I'm about to tell you can really change things. First up, when people lie to you. Someone tells you a lie, small or big, it doesn't matter. What do most people do? They act like they didn't hear it, they ignore it. They think maybe I misunderstood. Maybe it's not a big deal. Stop doing that. When someone lies to you, they're basically saying you're not important enough to be told the truth. They're saying you don't matter. And every time you accept a lie, you're agreeing with them. Here's what you should do instead. The moment you catch a lie, say something. Not angrily, not loudly, just calmly and clearly. That's not true. I know what actually happened. That's it. See what happens. Good people will say sorry and fix it. Bad people will get mad or lie more. And then you'll know exactly who they are. I used to let people lie to me all the time about little things and big things. Then I started calling them out every single time. And guess what? The liars vanished from my life. Seriously gone. Suddenly, I was surrounded by honest people. Second behavior, when people don't respect your time. This one really stings because your time is the most valuable thing you have. You can't get it back ever. And when someone wastes your time, they're taking something precious from you. You know how this looks. They show up late, cancel plans at the last minute, make you wait, or say they'll do something and never do it repeatedly. And most people just accept it. Oh, it's fine, no problem, maybe next time. Wrong. The truth is, when someone respects you, they respect your time. They show up when they say they will. They keep their promises. They don't make you wait as if your time means nothing. So here's your new rule, one chance, that's all. Someone wastes your time once, you tell them clearly, my time is important. If you can't respect it, we can't do this anymore. If they do it again, you're done. Walk away. I know it sounds tough, but think about this. How many hours have you wasted waiting for people who don't care? How many times have you changed your plans for someone who wouldn't do the same for you? Stop it now. Your time is valuable. Treat it that way. And here's something wild. When you stop accepting this behavior, something amazing happens. The people who truly care about you start showing up on time. They start keeping promises because they see that you value yourself, and that makes them value you more too. Third behavior, when people make you feel bad about yourself. This one is tricky because it doesn't always look like an attack. It might seem like a joke, some advice, or even concern. You're too sensitive. You can't take a joke. I'm just being honest. You're overreacting. That's just how you are. You always do this. These words are poison. They make you doubt yourself. They make you think you're the problem. They make you feel small. But here's what's actually happening. That person is putting you down to make themselves feel better. They're making you feel bad so they can feel good. And the worst part is they make it seem like it's your fault. Never accept this from anyone. I had a friend who did this to me for years. Every time I shared good news, they'd find something wrong with it. Every time I was happy, they'd point out why I shouldn't be. I thought they were just being real with me, but they weren't. They were tearing me down. One day I said, "Stop. Don't talk to me like that anymore." You know what they said? "You're too sensitive." And that's when I knew this person needed to go. Here's your rule. If someone makes you feel bad about being yourself, they don't belong in your life. It's really that simple. Fourth behavior: when people take but never give. Look for this pattern. You help them, you listen to them, you support them. You're always there for them, but when you need help, they're busy. When you need support, they vanish. When you're going through a tough time, silence. This is called a one-way relationship, and it will drain every bit of energy from you until you have nothing left. Here's what most people think. Maybe they're just going through something. Maybe next time will be different. Maybe I'm asking for too much. No, no, and no. Real relationships are about giving and taking. Both people care. Both people show up. Both people try. So here's the test. Stop giving for a bit. Stop calling first. Stop helping. Stop being the one who puts in the effort. Then see what happens. If they reach out and ask what's wrong, they care. If they disappear completely, they never did. I know this sounds harsh, but I promise you it will save you years of pain. I spent so long being there for people who would never be there for me, and it really hurt. Now I only put my time and energy into people who put theirs into me, and my life feels so much lighter. But wait until you hear about the last behavior. This one is the most risky. It messes up more lives than all the others combined. You seriously need to hear about this fifth behavior. When people ignore your boundaries after you've set them. This is the big one, the most important one. Pay close attention. A boundary is a rule you put in place to look out for yourself. Don't yell at me. Don't show up without calling. Don't talk about my private life to others. Simple rules that keep you safe. And here's what happens. You tell someone your boundary, it's clear, direct, no confusion, and they still cross it. Maybe they say sorry. Maybe they make excuses. "I forgot. I didn't mean to. It's not a big deal." But then they do it again. This is the most dangerous behavior of all because it's not just about breaking a rule. It's about showing you that they don't respect you at all. Here's what you need to understand. A boundary without a consequence is just a wish. If you say, "Don't do this," but you don't do anything when they do it, your boundary means nothing. So here's your rule, one warning, that's all they get. You set a boundary, they cross it. You say, "I told you not to do this. If you do it again, I'm done." If they do it again, you walk away. No talking it over, no second chances, no exceptions. I know this sounds extreme, but think about it. If someone can't respect the most basic rules you set to feel safe, what does that say about them? I had someone in my life who kept ignoring my boundaries again and again. I kept forgiving them, kept giving them chances until one day I understood something. They weren't making mistakes. They were choosing to disrespect me. That day, I walked away and never looked back. Best choice I ever made. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. The people who love you will respect your rules. The people who don't love you will fight your rules. And here's the part that really changed my life. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone for looking out for yourself. You don't need permission to set boundaries. You don't need to explain why you're leaving people who hurt you. Your peace is more important than their feelings. Read that again. These 5 rules saved my life literally. I used to put up with all of this every single day, and I was unhappy, worried, tired, small. Then I learned to say no, to leave, to take care of myself, and everything changed. I'm happier, stronger, and surrounded by people who really care.